So my husband always tells me this, like without makeup, I'm very nice and very kind. And the moment I have like a look on, I'm a different human being, you guys. Oh, look at that color. Ah, love it. Oh, see? Do you know my daddy had the most prettier cheeks his whole life? He looked like a Kashmiri apple. My father was a handsome dude, you guys. So that we never hear things like, Indian girls, have you seen them? They don't know shit. I'm like, honey, we are coming and showing you what shit we know and what we don't. Okay. Ow, 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 guys, I hurt my nail. Somebody fucking cursed me. I'm sure it's a white person. Oh. In today's video, I will tell you how to get from this to this. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Rinima Borah and I'm here for another makeup tutorial. I mean, I do a lot of fun things, but today we are going to do and look how I do my vacation makeup. And since we are all planning our vacations, I know that a lot of you take off to Europe for Europe summer. Delhi is burning, Mumbai is burning. Quite honestly, every city besides Bangalore currently are burning. So this makeup is exclusively for when you want to look a little extra special, not just your simple no makeup look. It's still going to be a clean makeup, but it's just going to be a little more glam than our regular getting out in the city or going grocery shopping or going to the drugstore kind of a makeup. Shall we begin? What I already have on my face is a pair of lenses. I love doing lenses when I'm traveling because I quite honestly get bored of the same look just too often. So I have to keep seeing myself look different as often as I can, and I feel lenses are like a fantastic way to play along and to kind of just play around with your sexuality a little bit, you know, kind of look hot sometimes, look very subtle, or whatever you're looking at. So I already have my lenses on. The couple of products that I put on already is a toner. I have a moisturizer. I am going less is more since it's vacation and we don't get to carry all our skincare or all our makeup. So we're going to go less is more, but still a little glam. Now on the face, the moisturizer that I've used for today is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Moisturizer, the Magic Cream. This one is really expensive nowadays. I remember it started with such a convenient, reasonable pricing and the prices have gone real up. It's pretty worthwhile. I just love how it sits on my face and helps me with like that little luminosity. So I kind of enjoy this product. I've been using it for years together now. And it's one of the best moisturizers for my skin, which is a combination skin type. I tend to get oily on my T-zone and the rest of it remains dry. So we will put on the makeup keeping all of this in mind. Now post the moisturizer, I'm going to go on with her SPF. Although this is more of an evening look, the reason I have an SPF is because my evening dinners usually includes me stepping out by 5:30 when the sun is still out there. So I'm still going to go on with my SPF, and you guys know the one and only SPF that I've been using for all my makeup tutorials is the Miso Aesthetic with 130 SPF. I freaking love it. It's also broad spectrum, which is so important for your makeup to sit well on it. So I'm just going to go over and have the sunscreen. Now please don't forget, I already had my moisturizer on before I could start because I just didn't want my skin to dry up. And right after my moisturizer, the next thing I'm going to go off with is my SPF. While I'm doing so, a quick tip, if you're a brown skin girl like I am, one of the best colors that really works for brown skin girls in terms of lenses are your hazels. You know, light greens, hazels. Although today I'm wearing gray because I like to do gray on days when I'm going out in the evening, especially like when I'm in Dubai or like, you know, in London or like in Paris. I kind of like to look a little extra because people there do take the time to look great and to kind of, you know, take care of themselves and stuff like that. And I don't want to be the one who's like left out. So try hazel. Well, again, one of the best lenses that I recommend are Olens. I don't have the packet as of now, but that's what I'm using. These are one day use and throw, so whenever you're done, you can just get rid of it. I'll try to pin the brand here so that you know it's very easily available on Nykaa. It's one of the softest lenses that I've ever used. They have monthly ones, they have daily ones, so you can go ahead and pick whatever works for you. I'm going to let the sunscreen sit a little bit. That's another thing about me. I don't rush my makeup. I like things to kind of my skin to absorb every single product and I don't like to run them over back to back. So while I sit on it, what I'm quickly going to do is go wash my pretty blender. I'm going to see you guys in just a second, okay? I'll be right back. All right, for the next step, we are of course going with a primer, but feel free to use moisturizers that are both like does the job of both moisturizer as well as a primer if you don't want to carry an extra product. I like my primers separate. And the best news is Fenty Beauty is in the city now, is in the country. So I'm going to use a lot of Fenty Beauty today. This beautiful primer, I was like, what am I talking about? This beautiful primer from Fenty Beauty in the shade Soft Silk is a pro filter. It's a hydrating primer and I want a little luminosity on my face today. So I just love it just this, although it doesn't smell like a bubble gum, I feel like the color of it is just so pretty. Oh, Fenty. I love Fenty Beauty, bro. Like Rihanna, she's doing a fantastic job with all her products. I love it. But I'm gonna go on with this primer to kind of keep the makeup intact. While I'm doing this, I'm thinking I should do a total different Dubai glam video, because the glam in Dubai, my friend, is so glam. Like you have your lashes, your lenses, like you bring in your best glam in Dubai and you'll still feel like you don't have enough makeup on. And I love that city for that. Like who doesn't want to stay in a city where each woman is so motivating that you want to just keep getting better? You know what I mean? You can play around with matte primers as well. Primer is really something that you got to choose based on what your skin type is and based on what weather conditions you are in. I have done an exclusive video on skin prep or makeup for different skin types. So if you would like to know what is a good primer for your individual or respective skin type, feel free to have a look at this video, and that should really set you up with your makeup prep. So I'm gonna go do things a little differently since this is vacation makeup, and I'm gonna try and work with limited products, right? What I really wanna do next is I want to bronze myself a little bit. I love that bronzy look. I feel like it just gives me the whole Megan Fox vibe. You know what I mean? So for my bronzer, what I'm using today is Charlotte Tilbury's Contour Wand. Okay, I'm gonna kind of pin the shade later. I can't really see right now, but this is an amazing, I love, like I said, Charlotte Tilbury has quickly become one of my most favorite brands because of how easy they have made makeup for everyone. So even before anything else, I want to go in with the bronzer first, even before my foundation, which I may not use today. Oh, this is almost done. I'm squeezing in like the last. Ooh, come on, my friend. Okay, that reminds me I have to order a brand new one. Okay, let's see what we got. Usually contouring is after like your foundation, but there is no such set rule. If you want like a more bronzy look, this is what you would ideally do. While I'm doing this, I'm also realizing that I haven't recreated a look for so long. Remind me to do that for the next tutorial. Let's recreate a look. I did one for Khloe Kardashian and I was like surprised how close I got. And I feel like I love her looks more than even Kim Kardashian. So maybe for the next tutorial, I should totally do a look recreation. Okay, let's blend and then we see if we need more, we can always add on. The brush that I'm using for the contour is actually the Sigma F23 Soft Angle Contour Brush. It's an amazing brush for contour. I kind of love Sigma brushes because I feel like they're bristles are not synthetic and it is natural, but I just can't stand synthetic brushes poking into my soft skin. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't torture my skin like that. I already feel like a different person. So for my nose though, I am switching the brush. This one is a Huda Beauty brush. What I like about this brush is like it has this side for the bigger sections of your face, and then for the nose it has like the really thinner one, and that's like one brush having both is so helpful. But I barely use the other side for some reason. I love using the Sigma. Like everyone has their relationship with brushes, right? We all like end up liking a certain brush for a certain thing and we stick to it. Okay, now the next thing that I want to do is, I'm still not doing foundation yet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a concealer, and this one is the concealer from NARS in the shade Caramel. This is in the city as well now, so NARS is very much available in Bangalore and the rest of India. So this one is exactly the shade of my skin type. So even before I go on with anything for the whole face, what I want to do is slightly conceal my under eye. I feel like I still have a tad bit of darkness in there. So it depends on how dark your under eyes are, you will determine the amount of concealer that you want to use. For me though, I have been taking such good care of my skin and what I eat and everything that I feel like the skin's really getting better naturally, you know. So I'm gonna go real easy on this one, just below my eye. That I also want to put a little bit on the forehead because I did have like that area burned, although it's getting a lot better with skin prep and skincare, and a little bit under my lip. This I feel is such an Indian brown girl thing, like the lip area. For my concealer brush, I'm using this beautiful brush from Charlotte Tilbury. It is their concealer brush. It's a little expensive, but then once you use this, it's hard to go back to anything synthetic. This beauty, I think the color, it's worn off, but it is a Charlotte Tilbury concealer brush. And I liked using a brush today, and I'm trying to keep the sponge away because I feel the finishing a brush gives is sometimes just so awesome, and it doesn't use as much product as your sponge would. If you're not a fan of NARS, another great concealer that you can really try and is Makeup Forever. I use that concealer a lot. The shade Warm Beige is the exact shade as my skin tone, and I also use the shade Sand in that of that brand for the lighter concealer. It's one of the best concealers I've used in my life. So, but I still like NARS a little more. So, okay, so now the face is a lot more cleaner, a lot more even. What I want to do next is kind of use a liquid blush, although this will not be the first only blush that I'll be using throughout. So this one is again the liquid blush from NARS. It's available in the city. This is in the shade Dolce Vita. It's mostly your pink. They also have one in peach, but I kind of am going to use this one today. I'm almost done with this product. Don't go by the size of the bottle. This little genie. I took 2 years to finish this. Can you imagine? 2 years. So I don't have my palette today, so I'm gonna do this on my finger and just see what best we could do. I'm going to use my pretty blender, and again try not to do it for this portion of your cheek. We don't want to look like Mera Naam Joker, so you want to make sure you look correct, like you're in 2024. Like I hate people who still think they're in 1980 and they come out in 2024 and I'm like, okay, did you miss the years, or did you just miss the trend, or I don't know what it is, or you don't care? Because if you want to do makeup, do it right, or don't do it, Oh, I want to keep going with this color. It is so pretty. I want to eat my cheeks. Do you know my daddy had the most prettier cheeks his whole life? He looked like a Kashmiri apple. My father was a handsome dude, you guys. My mom, let's talk about her later. No, actually, she's nice too. Damn, come on, she did so much for me. How can I be such a weirdo? Okay, so far, what do you think? Good enough, right? And we're going light. We're not going to go crazy because we have Euro summer in mind. So all this makeup is keeping in mind that all my beautiful Indian brown girls are currently in Europe doing a Euro summer vacation, and this is the makeup they have on, so that we never hear things like, Indian girls, have you seen them? They don't know shit. I'm like, honey, we are coming and showing you what shit we know and what we don't. Okay. Ow, 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 guys, I hurt my nail. Somebody fucking cursed me. I'm sure it's a white person. Oh. All right. I'm also hygienic, which means I have to take off this color as soon as I put it. I cannot wait for the end of the tutorial. Okay, so now with so much so, the next important thing that I want to do today is I'm avoiding any kind of setting powder or translucent powder. But before I even go ahead, I'm going to take the lighter shade of concealer, the one that I was talking about a few seconds ago. Sorry guys, it's Too Faced. Sorry, it is not Makeup Forever. What I said earlier was Too Faced Born This Way. That's the concealer brand that I wanted to recommend. And this is in the shade Sand. It's a lighter shade. I'm going to go in tad bit with it under my eye to kind of just highlight that portion. Very, very, very little here. Just a little on the chin, a little on the side to kind of contour it a little bit. For this though, again, we can use a brush or we can use the sponge, but I'm going to go in with the brush today. What I'm also going to do is spray a little bit of setting spray onto the brush, keep the concealer going for longer. Make sure you don't wet the brush, it's just damp. You can also use a sponge or a pretty blender, whatever kind of works for you. While I blend this, which is going to take another minute, I just want you to think, just by looking at this, if you feel I'm an expert and I knew makeup all along, I have done courses, trust me, I was the same girl who at the age of 15, the only makeup I knew was kajal at the bottom of my eye. And those Lakme LA18 eyeliners, like that is all I knew. It took me just about 27 years to kind of just understand, oh, this product might not be working for you, or what is cakey makeup, or what is clean makeup. And then it took me another 31 years, so totally 31 years to kind of hit perfection. And now I'm 35 and I'm still learning. I like it. I like. Do you like? Okay, now to set this today, rather than using a loose powder, we are going to use a compact. This is also from Charlotte Tilbury. This is a beautiful compact in the shade Airbrush Flawless Finish, 2 medium something. I have to again pin it up here. A beautiful product, again by Charlotte Tilbury. I have like the miniature version of this in my handbag at all given point in time. One, they are so cute. Bro, have you seen the miniature versions of this one? It's hella cute. Not joking. Now, what I'm doing with this is I'm gonna go just below the eye or wherever I placed concealer first, right? And then I'm also gonna go ahead with it in my T-zone because I have a combination skin type. Like I said, my T-zone is oily, rest of the face is sometimes dry, sometimes normal. So I'm going to just go in on the areas where I know I'm going to sweat and also where I have just placed the concealer. Now the laugh lines, I don't want that part to be shiny at any cost. So I'm going to just go over it. Also a little bit on the nose, my forehead. Only if my worth and my wealth was as big as my forehead, friends. Today you and I will not be here. I'm here today because I need money today. So hey, tell me what other makeup tutorials you guys want to see. Just come and engage with me. Tell me if you tried any of this makeup and don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, I love the face already. Do you not? Shall we set this a little bit? So what I like to do is set my face multiple times. So I'm going to quickly set everything and then this is your base basically. And now we enhance this a little more. All right. Again, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Party all night. Party all night. That's what they say. I'm sure they didn't have the Indian song in mind. Okay, waiting for this to dry. While I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm quickly going to do my brows. For brows, I'm going to use a gel and a brow promenade. For the gel, this is from e.l.f. Brow Lift. That's the gel I have been using for quite a few while. And to fill them up, I'm going to use the brow promenade. This is, I think, Anastasia Beverly Hills. All right, first the gel. And for the brush, again, I'm going to use this beautiful eyebrow brush from Morphe. So they have a spoolie as well as that. So I'm going to dig in with the spoolie for my gel. Thick eyebrows are trending so much, isn't it? Did you guys see Aditi Rao in Cannes and in Hira Mandi? Bro, like her whole face has changed because of how she has changed her eyebrows. Remember, your eyebrow game is gotta be A because it changes the entire structure of your face. I have eyebrows that are pretty untamed because I have really long hair. Luckily, I have a lot of hair on my eyebrows thanks to daddy, which is why I need a gel to kind of keep it intact. Always remember, less is more. You don't want your gel to kind of be tacky in hot and humid like weathers. So you gotta again go in with like a really soft hand. And for a few of you, good news is if you guys, one of the biggest challenges of eyebrows is to kind of keep them symmetrical, right? It's really challenging to do so. So if you're not a huge fan or you don't have the time, few other options that you have in today's world is microblading or brow lifts or brow tinting. Permanent makeup is trending. I know a beautiful one in Bangalore that is owned by my dear friend Priya. So if you're not somebody who loves your eyebrow doing every morning, just go get your brow tinted or get your brow microbladed. But please do it from a place that's trustworthy because again, like I said, brows going wrong, you don't want that. Okay, let's fill. What I have also done to make these eyebrows even more thicker is I haven't been plucking them off for almost 2 months now. That makes the hair longer, so it's easier for me to make them thicker when I have a gel. But God bless me when I don't have the gel. It's like so difficult to tame. I'm like this close to microblade my eyebrows. I'm not joking. It's gonna save me 30 minutes every day. Maybe not 30, but I feel like it's not symmetrical, you guys. Hang on, I have to look it up close. Yeah, it's not. I can tell. Eyebrows and their challenges. Okay, this is the best it gets today, guys. Okay, I gotta get rid of these eyebrows. I'll just be stuck there. Okay, I think we did good, did we not? For the eyes, now this is a decision that you want to make. Do you want something on your eyes or you don't? I usually just take my bronzer, which is again from Charlotte Tilbury, and kind of go over my eye, but I want to do something special because this is supposed to be more glam, right? So what I have today is this beauty from the Aqua Resist Smoky Shadow from Makeup Forever. This is actually brand new. I have heard such amazing things about this beauty and I want to try how this looks on my eyes today for my eyeshadow. This is legit the first time I'm trying this. I think it's a bad idea to try this on camera, but you know what, guys? Let's see. We'll be honest. What do you think? Do you think it looks nice? I have it on the left. I don't have it on the right. Should we? I think we should, right? Does it make any difference, do you think? It clearly does. Okay, I'm gonna go in a little more, guys. I like it. I like it. Okay, I got the eyes. I love it. I love it. I love it that it's a little extra and it's a little special, you know? And it's not gonna take you like 15 minutes to do eyeshadows because I know husbands and boyfriends on vacations, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? I'm like, no, bro, I'm not. I'm going to take this time to get ready. Deal with it. For the bronzer, what I'm doing is I'm going to use this beauty again from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a bronzer. I'm just gonna go over the same parts where we bronzed earlier, like where we contoured earlier, just to kind of bring in that warm effect. I love this bronzer. I love how warm it is. Like not literally, but you know, I mean to say tone-wise. It's a real warm tone and kind of warms your contour. Okay. Ta-da! I'm also an Oprah singer, aspiring Oprah singer for the last few days. I don't know why. I always want to do Broadway though. My tiny northeastern nose. That's for bronzing. Now before I go ahead with a powder blush and highlighter, which is almost the last steps, I quickly wanted to do my lashes. Again, for your mascara, I quite honestly have so many recommendations. You have Anastasia by Beverly Hills, you of course have Maybelline, you have other luxury brands, you have Dior, you have Gucci. Currently, I'm really tripping on this Tom Ford mascara. I've been using it for almost a year now, and I love it. I'm totally going to curl my lashes because I'm not gonna use magnetic or any kind of artificial lashes. So whatever lifting we are doing it with just the mascara. Oh, I love how it's coming up. Cool. Now, next up is a blush. I'm going to use a powder blush. This is also from Charlotte Tilbury. What the hell is happening today? Fenty Beauty and Charlotte Tilbury is like all over. Okay, this one is one of my most favorite blushes, cheek to cheek, and then goes on the name. Oh, look at that color. Ah! Love it. Oh, see? Isn't it so pretty? Compare. This is done, this is not done. Oh, I just love colors, you guys. I'm also going to just put a little pink. Oh, I'm just getting prettier by the second. You know what happens to me whenever so my husband always tells me this, like without makeup, I'm very nice and very kind. And the moment I have like a look on, I'm a different human being, you guys. I'm like, I take time to respond. My walk changes, my style changes. You know, that's what makeup does to you. It really makes you the woman that you are. Or maybe not. I'm saying. Okay, we are done with blush. I'm quickly going to run over with a little highlighter. We are using this beautiful palette from Huda Beauty in the name Medium Glow Obsessions. And this one has 4 beautiful shades. The one that we're using is the one where you see almost like the tin out. That's the one I feel goes very well with my skin tone. Okay, so the brush I'm using for that is also Huda Beauty. I'm going to very light-handedly just go over wherever I place my blush. And just a very little on the nose. I want to pop my eye today though. I mean, not like pop my eyeballs out, but like make the eyes pop. So for that, I'm just gonna take a tad bit like the gold shimmer here and go on like the corner of my eye. Very light-handed, okay? Oh, beautiful girl. Okay, last but not the least is our lipstick. For lipstick, I'm going to use this, again, beautiful lip shade from Huda Beauty in the shade Warm Brown. Dude, it is it is my most favorite lip shade in the world. It doesn't get better than this. I'm gonna outline my lip and also fill out the whole lip with it. Now, I have gigantic lips, so I'm not going to apply it in a way where my lips appear bigger because I think anything bigger than this is going to be scarier. Maybe not, I don't know. But if you want to make your lips look bigger, you can totally like outline it in that order. Since there isn't a lipstick today and it's just the lid liner, I'm being a little generous. I'm gonna let this dry a little. In the meantime, I'm going to go in with so there are 3 options. I'm going to do something to my waterline, but I would say, so their options are you have a nude waterline pencil, I have a brown and I have a white. Since this is more towards the evening, I'm going to stick to a white one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stick to just brown. I feel like that's what makes me me see which brand this is. This is also Makeup Forever, and this is their brown artist color pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. So I just had brown underneath. It just changes the whole eye, don't you think? Okay, for the lip, I'm just going to do one last thing. But before that, I'm going to set my face for one last time again using the same setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. You don't really need that much, but I just love it. Now, since I always put that much, kind of go in with a sponge to make sure that there aren't any droplets or anything that's taking my makeup away. Can you imagine I'm the same girl who started this video? Now, the last tip on this one, and you can leave it just like this, but I like my lip oils, okay? So I'm gonna use a lip oil. Some fantastic lip oils that I recommend is the Dior lip oil. It's amazing. The Kylie lip oil, I don't know if they still have it. This one's running from like almost 2 years. But if you want something local, you have Ras Luxury Oils. They have liquid lip balms like this. They have the bigger one of this as well, so try it. They're really nice. But for today, I'm gonna stick to Kylie lip oil. It's been a while I used it. I like to clean the wand before I put it back in because I don't want the lip color to go and ruin or contaminate the rest of the lip oil. But we are good. Here we are. What do you think? This is the final look. We are done. This makeup shouldn't take you anything more than 19 to 20 minutes unless you are continuously talking like I am during the makeup. But this is a quick makeup. It is not just your simple girl next door or going to get groceries makeup like I said. This is exclusively the makeup that I use during my vacation with lesser product and still kind of add in the glitz and glam. So I hope you all are going to have a fantastic vacation wherever you are. Don't forget to look pretty, look gorge because you deserve every bit of it. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and tell me what else you would like to see. Share it if you think you were entertained and you got to learn something about makeup, and keep coming back. I'll see you on another one. Much love, you beautiful ladies. Ta-da!